Hi, this is Nat Alablas, your digital marketing sleuth, and in this recording today I'm going to talk to you about some tips for on-page SEO. So I'm going to show you an example of a blog post and show you some of the on-page SEO techniques that you should be using for your content to help you improve your chances of ranking on Google. Okay, so this is an example of a blog post, the back end of a blog post on the WordPress platform. And I've just chosen a blog post about essential oils for snoring, the best oils and recipes. So one of the main keywords for this particular post was essential oils for snoring. And so what we've done firstly is we've created a title which has the keywords in the title. So it is a good idea to put the keywords in the title, but you also need to think about making sure that your title does grab the attention of the reader. So you don't want it to sound overly stuffed with keywords. So I was able to kind of do that with this blog post by calling it, essential oils for snoring, the best oils and recipes. I could have used something else a little bit more exciting, but that was good enough for me. So I've done that in the title there. And then here we've got the URL, which usually when you first put the title in, it'll automatically come up as the URL, but a good idea for on-page SEO is to make sure that your URL is short. Don't make it too long. You've got a better chance of ranking if the URL is short, and I have managed to include the keywords there, so essential oils for snoring, and that's what I've made the URL. Now, going down through the post itself, I'll just go to the top of the post. Here we are. It's also a good idea to try and put your keyword in the first paragraph or the first 100 words of your blog post. So we have done that here with essential oils for snoring. Try and make it sound natural and normal. Don't just suddenly throw in the keyword in the middle of a paragraph where it doesn't read well or make sense. So I didn't do it in the very first paragraph because I wanted to write something that was a little bit more interesting. So I've written, ever had trouble falling asleep because your partner snores loudly? If you could find a remedy that would help you or your partner stop snoring, I bet you'd try it. And then I went into the next paragraph and then I included in there, I'm happy to report that there is a natural way to deal with snoring, and it's through using essential oils. Yes, there are essential oils for snoring, and there's my keyword there. So I've tried to make it sound natural and not something boring and just really keyword stuffed. Then I created a Pinterest pin there. Okay, and then I've just gone into writing the content itself. I've used headings, and I've used headings. Now this heading here, what causes snoring? I've used it as a heading 2. So it's a good idea to use heading 1. At least one heading 1 in your blog post for SEO, and then using your heading 2 as well. So it just describes the size of the title there. So I don't think I actually used a H1 in this. I think that the main heading comes up as a H1, which I will have to follow up on. But here for the rest of the article, I've used H2 headings all the way through here. I've used some H3 as well, I believe. Okay, another important thing to try and do when you're writing this blog post is to make sure that you use synonyms relating to your keywords, so similar words that your audience would look up or would be interested in finding out about. And this is something that you should be researching when you're writing a blog post anyway, and not just doing it for SEO purposes. So whenever you're writing content, you want to try and find out what it is that would interest your audience, and making sure that you include that information in your blog post, because it means that obviously Google will show your post to more people and you will rank for more keywords. But most importantly, you're going to help the reader with whatever they're trying to find out, or whatever their pain points are or what their concerns are. So when I was writing this blog post about snoring and essential oils, I wrote about things such as what causes snoring. Then I wrote about what's the best essential oil for snoring. And then other great essential oils for snoring. So there's quite a few that I found out there. And then I found some recipes. So people were looking for recipes as well, and not just information about what the oils are. They want to know how they can actually create a recipe for an essential oil blend to use in their diffuser. So when you're doing research on what to write about in your article, these are the sorts of things that will come up for you. So when you do find these synonyms or other keywords that you could put in your article, you can make some of these into headings. You could even add in images that have these keywords in there. You can add in video content, you can add in audio content as well. So those things are going to make your content a lot richer, and it's better for on-page SEO, it's better for your rankings, but most importantly, it's better for your audience because you're going to be helping them solve their problem. And that's essentially what you want to be doing. And that's what Google wants you to do first and foremost, is be helpful and useful and not just stuffing in keywords and trying to win the SEO game. So I've talked about the synonyms. Another thing as well is similar to that is making sure that you have longer content. So don't, I think usually it's better to do something at least 500 to 700 words. Anything less than that may not be good for your SEO, and it may raise some question marks with Google. So make your content longer, but don't waffle on and just write rubbish to try and make your content longer. Make sure that it's still helpful and useful. So for this particular blog post down here, the word count is just over 1,000 words, which is nice. But if you are writing about something very complex, you could make it, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 words. And I have written blog posts that long, which, as long as it's relevant, it's useful and helpful to your reader, and it's set up nicely as well, you can rank quite well with a long blog post. Also, what you need to do is make sure that you've got some internal links built into the blog post. So over here, I've written a little line here. Some people snore if they have hay fever or other allergies, while some people snore because of dry air. This is when a humidifier might help. You can read more about humidifiers here. So I've got an internal link to another blog post that's been written about humidifiers, which relates to the essential oils and snoring. So I've added that internal link here. So what that means is when you get link juice to this particular blog post from Google, when you're getting, it's basically like your blog post is becoming more authoritative and trustworthy. Any link juice that you get to this particular blog post will then spread to other blog posts that you've linked to within this one. So this humidifier post will benefit once this essential oil for snoring post does really well on Google. So not only do you need internal links, it's also good to link externally to other sources or other websites that can strengthen what you're writing about. So I've done that over here. So I wrote briefly about a study by the Royal Hospital in the UK that found using essential oils helped stop snoring in many of its 140 subjects. And then I wrote, you can read more about that study here. And I actually linked out to that website that showed a summary of that particular study. So people can go and read a bit more, but also it just helps you with your on-page SEO and helps you build authority. So all these little things that you're doing on your page are all going to help you with ranking and with improving your SEO and improving your website overall. Another thing that's important, which I have covered in previous videos and audio, is about your images. So I have included this particular image here. I think I should put in a couple of more, which I will do. And what I need to make sure, and what you need to make sure as well, is when you're adding an image that you save the image before you upload it. Save it and create a name that contains your keyword. So that's very important. So make sure that your image doesn't just say image 001, or in this case, it's a picture of a bed, and the title might be bed, but it would be better for me to change the title to essential oils for snoring, and also to make sure that the alt text or the alt tag when you're uploading your photo in your media library actually contains your keyword or part of your keyword or one of the synonyms. So I'll just show you where you would do that quickly. So if you've got your add media, I'll just pick something I've done here. Okay, so there's a photo there, and to the right there is where you would add in. See, I've got the title there, Best Digital Hygrometer, and I've got the alt text, Best Digital Hygrometer Review. So that's for a different blog post, but that just shows you what you would need to do when you're setting up your image. And like I said, I do have other videos and articles about that if you want to find out some more information. Okay, and that is all I have for you for now. If you have any questions, please contact me. My name is Nat Alablas. I'm the Digital Marketing Sleuth. Thanks for now, and I will join you again another time. Bye for now.